Ben Sports News hadn't turned up for work, so Ben inquired.
Mr. Sports News,
Alright.
what's going on, mate? You know, every time this happens, you don't turn up. We go somewhere different, you go somewhere else. Where are you?
I went down to the beach on your recommendation.
Oh.
Yeah, enjoying it.
You said my recommendation from yesterday didn't go unnoticed then.
No, not at all. Loving it down here. Lovely stuff.
Are you enjoying it? How's it going?
It's going great. There's a few seagulls having a bit,
Yeah?
of, a bit of a go, but yeah, it's good so far.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Yeah, this big one's getting a bit close, I must say.
Are you gonna be-
Yeah,
are you-
you
Ben?
you bloody...
Sports News. Ben Sports News. Oh my god. Hello there, folks, and welcome back then to another episode of Roadtrip. We're flying at the moment, we're doing very well, and I figured I'd first bring you this screen to show you just how well we're doing since my arrival. I mean, I'm going to take all the credit because they were doing rubbish before me. So if you take a look at the last 5 games, the form of the last 5 games, you can see there that our players, generally the starters in the team, are doing very, very well indeed. A 7.88 for Lewis Walters, Liam Wakefield, is playing left back at 7.58, Tiger on a 7.48, Geraint Celik 7.838. I mean, these numbers are very confusing. What I'm getting at is the players that are playing very well, and that is evidence to the ratings they've been getting in the games. I'm very pleased with how things are going. Let's show you the fixtures then. Let's see how we've been getting on. And you can see, since our last game, which was a 2-0 defeat to Luton, things have they've been mixed, really. It's been strange. We've played teams with a very similar standard and done very well against them. Donny, Fleetwood, Bristol Rovers and Mansfield. If we take a look at where those teams are in the division, you can see 2 wins, 2 draws. For example, Mansfield, Bristol and Fleetwood, all very, very close together. And Donny up in 5th. And our only real defeat was to Luton, which is interesting. That was last episode, of course. They gave us the 1-2 punch, and it's moved us up to 18th. We're not quite in the dizzy heights of mid-table yet, but we're getting ever closer. We've gone from 22nd to 18th since I've come in. If you take a look at the past positions of Morecambe, you can see ever so slightly we're moving our way up to the lofty heights, although we've slipped down a little bit there. That's disappointing. That'll be, of course, due to the 1-1 draw we had, but 2 great 3-0 wins against Fleetwood and Bristol. We then followed that up with a draw, so we're 4 games unbeaten, and that brings us today. We play Lincoln and Tranmere. You might be thinking to yourselves, why have you picked out Lincoln and Tranmere? Let me show you why. If you just divert your eyes down to the bottom of the screen there, you can see that Lincoln and Tranmere are the bottom 2 teams. So I feel like this was a great opportunity for me to either not perform against the lower level sides or smash them both and all of a sudden be nearly 14th. So we'll see what happens today, shall we? In terms of tactics, we're sticking with the 4-1-2-1-2, the diamond formation. Formation that's actually working ridiculously well. Instructions for those that are interested, looking for the overlap, shorter passing, retaining possession and playing at a higher tempo. I mentioned last episode as well the passing of our boys and how it's affecting some of our top players. You can see there Harry Noon and Alex Kenny now the top 2 in terms of pass accuracy in the division. I mean, for a side that are 18th, you can see that the philosophy that I've embedded is working wonders. Few other little bits to note then. I've brought back Josh Mottershead from his loan spell. He's out with a damaged spine for 3 weeks. The reason, though, that we've brought him back is that our loanee signing that was here and injured for quite a while, the chap from Bournemouth, Offa Bora, I think, has gone back to Bournemouth. Tried to loan him back in the window and he didn't want to join. We didn't sign anybody else either, so don't even think about it because it's not important. But yeah, Josh Motorshead he's apparently the hot prospect here at Morecambe, so we've brought him back in. Hopefully towards the end of the season we can get in some games. Our midfield's still pretty strong though. Kenyon can play in that ball-winning midfield role, of which we're using 2, which is probably a little bit different to what you've seen before, but it's working wonders. Noonan's the advanced playmaker, and then we've got Tiger playing as well. Our midfield then playing very similar roles, but for whatever reason it's working out quite well. I'm not entirely sure why right now, but in terms of possession, keeping the ball, getting it back, it's working wonders. So let's go into this first game then. We've got Lincoln at home. I'm hopeful that, that we can beat the side that are probably bottom of the league. Right, come on then. Okay, let's keep an eye on all things tactic based. Let's see how our possession goes. Let's see our pass completion. I'm interested to see, even against the lower sides, and how they're going to play if we can keep this going. The front 2 of Walters and Celik have been in hot goal scoring form recently, so hopefully they continue that as well with Tiger in behind. So let's see how we get on. They're playing a 4-3-3. Yeah. All right, we're going to go for the passionate team talk and kick off. Okay, we are the red, shooting from right to left. Of course, Lincoln in real life having a fantastic run in the FA Cup, but that doesn't matter in 2021, where, men are men and boys are boys, girls are girls, women are women. I mean, everyone's the same as they were back then. Evolution hasn't moved on that quickly, so there's a spoiler. Right, first highlight of the game, really. It's a Lincoln attack, which is always good. Clark plays it towards Adams. It's half cleared. And now Edwards, if he can get this away, which he's going to need to. If he gets tackled, I'm going to be disappointed. Walters has lost out. And I must say, in these early stages, Lincoln have looked a little bit dangerous. But we've won the ball back. Winard, on this left-hand side, will shortly be losing his place when our returning left-back enters the fray, as it's forward towards Walters now. Selick, he's got runners ahead of him. He's going to have to come out on this left-hand side, though. Winard, who's been playing very well for me, it has to be said. Ball into Walters, who strike on goal. Our first strike of the game. If it was against me, I'd be annoyed. That's found the back of the net. 1-0 to Morecambe then. Lincoln have looked quite dangerous, but we've sprung a counter-attack and scored a goal. Winard then on this left-hand side. His average rating's been higher than a lot of our players. Walters just beats the offside trap. And finds the back of the net. Onside 2, so that gives us a lead. That would take us, if we win this game, 40 points from 34 games. I mean, a late promotion push? I mean, we only have to get to 7th. Is it possible? 16 points. Lincoln attack, headed clear. Harry Noon just loses out. Edwards, though, picks it up. And is there going to be another counter-attack on the cards? Well, the ball out, considering the style and system we play, isn't good, but that has been forced back to the goalkeeper as the ball's lumped forward. Adams heads it on. Tiger knocks it down, and now Selick now. He's got runners ahead of him. Headley into Walters again for a second. In off the post. Didn't respect the equipment, but cushioned it off the post, I like to think. So many ways to respect the equipment, and it's fine. Selick makes the move. Headley then finds Walters just inside, who one touch out of his feet. Right-footed, in off the post. 2-0 from 2 shots on target. We're so clinical. And Lincoln must be gutted. They're bottom of the league. And then I wouldn't say they dominate us, that would be unfair. But they play all right against us, give us more of a test than I must say some of the big boys have. And they find themselves 2-0 down. And we're attacking again. Wakefield now on this right side into Noon. Look at the passing move. It's so slick. Kenyon, it's ruined. Lincoln now then, coming forward. Patrick on this right-hand side. Lots of options in the middle. Whitehouse, ain't going to miss from there. Elliot Whitehouse with the goal. Morecambe 2, Lincoln 1. They've looked threatening, but the fact we've scored 2 has not really concerned me that much. Now I am more concerned, though, as the ball is put through the legs of the keeper. I mean, the save there doesn't happen, does it? Harry Noon, ball forward. Walters on it. As he's got Selick in the middle, finds him. Selick finishes it off. What a little free signing, little cheeky signing Geraint Selick was. It was a lovely finish from the lad as well. Walters down that right-hand side. The ball from Harry Noon. Pulls it back, and you would hope your striker from 7-8 yards out would finish that, and he does. It's been an action-packed, goal-filled first half. As we get to half-time then, a little bit concerned about the yellow cards on our team. Both full-backs and our defensive midfielder on yellows, although that is a theme of the game this year, and they don't usually get sent off, so we'll play on. Changes can be made if needs be. We've got options off the bench. I did try to bring another central midfielder that wasn't interested. It was McAvoy from Shelburne. Didn't fancy it, so whatever. Okay, half an hour or so left to go. And I think if we get to 75, we'll think about a couple of changes. I'm not trying to force anything too soon, because I've done that before, and then we've conceded, and I felt stupid. So we're going to hold on. I'm just hovering to make a change right now. All right, 15 or so minutes left to go. Let's bring on Uche up top. Of course, he scored on his debut. Can he do the same thing again? The interesting thing is we've got wingers on the bench that we don't play. Let's bring Gogic on. I think that's how you say it, in the defensive role. And I must say, I've not done this before. This idea of playing 2 ball-winning midfielders and 2 advanced playmakers isn't something I've tried before, and I'll probably never try again. What has happened? I've made a change. It wasn't even... I made 2 changes. They weren't even, bad changes. As the 3-2. As a highlight after the goal, Walters has got a bit of an injury as well. The ball's knocked forwards. Edwards pumps it forward, though, and now Lincoln are gonna... I can feel it. I can feel it happening. Yeah. Curtis Main's going to come on for Walters. Change up top. Another highlight. Another highlight after the goal. So this is either going to be needless pain that the game has caused me, or the destruction of our side in about 3 minutes. Wakefield on this right side. Noon. I'm so nervous now. Headley, play it through maybe. Gogic, Walters, Tiger! Tiger! 3-1 up. And I made defensive changes. People always have a go at me as well. Oh, you never make enough substitutions. This is why. I've stayed on standard flexible all game. I now don't dare change anything. We're going to draw with Lincoln, which... of course we have. Another draw. We remain unbeaten on our little spell, but that's annoying. I'm going to assertively say, not good enough today. They look fired up. I've even done a proper team talk there. They scored 2 goals in the 83rd minute. 2 in the same minute. 2! The 83rd minute as well. Unusual. Oh, good. And Lewis Walters, who's been our top goal scorer this year, and is declining apparently, pleasing to know he's out for 4 weeks with a damaged foot, so he'll have to recover. Anyway, the good news is we play Tranmere next, who aren't very good, so we'll go on to that game. Did they win their last game? They're in form. Brilliant. They beat Bury, who are just above us. I mean, of course they did. This is when we get sucked back into a relegation dogfight, because this was not the idea of the episode, folks. I'll be honest. This was a guaranteed 6-pointer. That was the idea. Break away from those bottom 2, but no. Interesting. Gylfi Sigurdsson there has gone to China. Just noted that. Okay, folks. Small change to the team as we go into this game against Tranmere. Gogic's going to come in as the ball-winning midfielder at the back. Kenyon's moving slightly further forward as Headley drops to the bench. Elsewhere, Uchi also comes in for Walters, who obviously we saw there picked up an injury. That's the only change in the side we're making. This team should be good enough to beat Tranmere. They should have been good enough to beat Lincoln. So, you can have it our own way. Apparently, we're not even the favourites for the game. Not even favourites. Not even favourites for the game. That's unbelievable. Right, what I've learnt though, is if we do have a 2-goal lead, with about, 15 minutes to go, change nothing, Ben. Stick to what you believe in. Corner, played in. First chance of the game, this, for Tranmere. And the first goal of the game. Bristol, Mansfield, Fleetwood. Smashed them. Drew with one of them, but smashed them. You hand me up Lincoln and Tranmere, and this sort of shit happens. So, it's good. Honestly, Football Manager, I love it. I love it. We're going into control. As the corner comes in, Tiger whips it in. Ulche has got it at his feet. Back into Tiger. Ball into Adams. Ulche, what a strike. Oh my, we're back in the game. Forget everything I said. Raul Ulche, which might be how it's said, scores the goal. What a goal it was too, by the way. That's to be noted. Tiger fizzes a ball in. It's stopped by Adams. He shoots straight back to Ulche. First time drills it into the bottom corner. Actually love that finish. And right, that's put us back on level terms. 0-0, boys. 0-0. Let's go again. They've got a free kick as it comes in. This could be a counter-attack opportunity. Edwards, our centre-back, should be added. Not sure what he's doing there. As Adams, it's a calamity. We're safe. What was he? Where was he? Why was he? That was a lot of questions and no answers, wasn't it? Harry Noon picks it up. My favourite player in this team. Ulche now. Oh, he's been fouled. Is it a penalty kick? I think it is, They're all leaving the area. It is a penalty kick. Stepping up, of course, is Harry Noon. Harry Noon. Place it in the back of the net. Harry Noon steps up. Harry Noon scores the penalty, puts us in the lead, and after going 1-0 down and feeling as if everything was falling apart in my world, we're back in the goals and back in the lead. Harry Noon clapping as he scores. I mean, the arrogance of a man. That look at that. And then when the goal's scored, he continues to clap. Let's do the Harry Noon. Loving it. Wakefield has picked up a bit of an injury. What's his potential foot injury? Right. Now, Jack Bainbridge can come on and play. The problem is, he's not very good. And Liam Wakefield, despite his injury, is probably still a better option for now. Right, so for now, we're keeping it as is. If we score another goal and take a 2-0 advantage and a 3-1 lead, that is an interesting proposition, isn't it, folks, based on what just happened. We switched it up to control. We've done so very well, but that said, there could be a shot from distance here. Binns on that right side. Ball played in. Kopp. It's deflected in. Kyle Kopp with the goal. It's deflected in. Now, is the injury affecting Wakefield here? That's what we've got to ask ourselves. Probably not, really. This is annoying, though. I mean, the keeper probably saves that. Deflection off the defender, and it flies in. 2-2. Oh, hello. Hello, Tiger. He's pinched it. He's a man in the middle. Uche's there, and it's a great save by Lang. I've got to be honest, I want my strikers to be finishing that, really, which is a bit of a shame. Kenyon puts the corner ball in, and that's just wide. Oh, dear. I feel like I want to make the change at the back just because it's the right thing to do. I'm going to bring Dominic Vose on for Tiger in the middle. Just fresh legs, fresh impetus. He's got a lot of experience as Vose, so maybe he'll make an impact. Selic's having a poor game up top with 10 minutes to go. I think we're going to bring Curtis Main on too. Play him as a target man on attack. I mean, I'm nervy. I've made changes again. I probably shouldn't have done. Time is ticking down here. There's going to be one final chance. I probably doubt that. Harry Noon. That's the past completion, folks. So, well, today... Oh, I can't believe this. At Prenton Park, Tranmere 2. Welcome to. Well done, lads. We were the underdogs going into that, so I guess we'll take the point in the end. But that is a disappointing episode, in my opinion. This was a game, or an episode, sorry, where I was expecting to win both. You add 4 points to our total. We're in that little mix there with York and Stevenage. You remove those and give us what we've got, and we're still down in 18th. Now, survival, of course, was the plan. When we came in today, survival was the plan. That is still on course. Next episode, we'll try and bring you some fixtures which are similar to the ones we've played today. The Bury, Chesterfields of this world. We'll just see if they're available. I mean, ironically, there is a Bury Chesterfield double header at some point. Now, I think what we'll do though. The new plan. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the next run of fixtures goes, and depending on how that goes, we may well just bring you the end of the season against Barrow and Stevenage. If it's looking a little bit more interesting, our form continues to be so good, then I'll come back to you for the Chesterfield, Bury, or maybe even the York game. They're pretty close as well. That brings us to the end then. If you have enjoyed this very drawy episode, do leave a like on the video. If you're going for 1,000 likes, that would be fantastic. Thank you for the support on the series so far. You've been showing it a lot of love, and I appreciate it. So, I'll see you again very soon. We love with care from Inspiration. So next time, stay humble, stay handsome, and I'll see you again. Goodbye.